Welcome to Motivational Humanity. You are not alone.
There are two kinds of people walking into 2026. Those who wait for permission and those who create progress. And I need you to hear me. Clearly, no one is coming to save you. Not your boss. Not your partner. Not your past. If you want something different this year, you've got to move differently. No excuses. Get it done because your future depends on it. A few years ago, I met a woman after one of my talks. Let's call her Rachel. She came up to me with tears in her eyes and said, "Brene, I've had the same dream for 10 years. I want to start my own design studio. But every year, I tell myself I'll do it next year. When things calm down, when the timing is right, when I feel more confident." I asked her, "What's stopping you?" She smiled sadly and whispered, "Everything." But what she really meant was fear. Fear of failing. Fear of being judged. Fear of not being enough. The truth is, excuses often sound a lot like logic. We say, "I don't have time," or "It's not the right season," or "I just need to prepare a little more." But underneath every excuse is an emotion we don't want to face. Vulnerability. What dream did you bury under excuses in 2025? What promise to yourself have you broken so many times that it barely feels real anymore? Maybe you said, "This is the year I get healthy," or "This is the year I finally write that book, leave that job," or heal that wound. But here's the thing, the year won't change you. You change you. And the difference between those who live the life they want and those who keep waiting for it. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's ownership. Motivation is like a spark. It lights the fire, but it doesn't keep it burning. We all love that rush that comes at the beginning of something new. The new year, a new goal, a new dream. It's exciting. It feels fresh and full of possibility. But here's the truth we don't talk about enough: motivation fades. It's not supposed to last. It's an emotion, not a strategy. What keeps the fire alive when the excitement is gone? When the gym is empty in February? When the rejection emails keep coming? When the results don't show up right away? Is discipline. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet. It's the 5 a.m. alarm you don't want to answer but do anyway. It's the moment you show up to work on your dream, even when no one's watching, even when it feels like nothing's changing. It's choosing consistency over comfort. And that choice, made over and over again, is what builds character. Here's what I've learned through years of studying human behavior. Most people aren't lazy, they're just scared. They mistake the discomfort of discipline for a sign they're failing, when in reality, that discomfort is the very thing that's shaping them. Discipline asks you to sit in the tension between who you are and who you're becoming, and that's not easy. It's emotional. It's vulnerable. It requires you to trust yourself enough to keep showing up even when you can't yet see the results. You don't build strength from what feels easy. You build it from what challenges you, stretches you, frustrates you. Every time you push through the temptation to quit, you send yourself a powerful message: I can be trusted to follow through. And that kind of self-trust changes everything. It's the foundation of self-worth, the birthplace of confidence, and the heartbeat of growth. So stop waiting to feel inspired every morning. You won't. Stop waiting for the perfect moment because it doesn't exist. Show up anyway. Show up when you're tired, when you're unsure, when no one claps for you. Because the truth is, the most successful people you admire aren't the ones who felt ready. They're the ones who acted anyway. Motivation whispers, start when it feels good. Discipline says, start because it matters. We often think of vulnerability as weakness, but the truth is that it's the birthplace of courage, connection, and real progress. When we say, "I can't do this," what we're often really saying is, "I'm scared." Scared of failing, scared of being judged, scared of not living up to the story we've been telling ourselves about who we are. And here's the thing, that fear is normal. It's human. It's part of the process. But most of us treat fear like a stop sign instead of a signal that we're on the edge of growth. Vulnerability doesn't mean showing up perfectly. It means showing up authentically with all the messy, uncertain parts of ourselves. It means admitting that you don't have all the answers, that you might fail, and that people might see the cracks you've been hiding for years. And here's the magic: when you dare to be seen, When you take that step into the unknown anyway, you are stronger than you realize. You are building courage muscle, one shaky, uncomfortable step at a time. Think about the people who inspire you most. Not the ones who never stumbled, but the ones who faced their fears and moved forward anyway. They were scared. They doubted themselves. But they didn't let that doubt stop them. And that's exactly what vulnerability asks of us, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward in spite of it. When you lean into your vulnerability, something incredible happens. You connect. You connect with yourself, with your purpose, and with others in ways that are deeper and more meaningful than you ever imagined. Excuses begin to fall away because they lose their power over you. Fear stops being the boss of your life, and you start showing up as the person you were meant to be, imperfect, brave, and unstoppable. We spend so much time negotiating with our dreams, convincing ourselves that we'll start later, that the timing will be better, that we'll feel more ready. But here's the hard truth: it never gets easier. Life doesn't wait for your comfort zone to expand. The circumstances will never be perfect, the timing will never be flawless, and you will never magically feel ready enough to start. What changes is you. You get stronger, braver, and more capable. But only when you decide to act despite the discomfort, despite the fear, despite the excuses. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," you're teaching your brain to doubt your own word. You're sending a message to yourself that your promises don't matter, that your commitments aren't sacred. And the sad part is, your dreams start to feel like distant strangers, untouchable, waiting for someone else to come and make them real. But here's what most people don't realize: the only way to build trust with yourself is through action, consistency, and showing up. Even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, even when it doesn't feel like it's working yet. Consistency is the bridge between who you are today and who you want to become. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up day after day, even when the results aren't immediate. Each small step, each disciplined action, each time you honor your commitment to yourself is a vote of confidence in your own potential. It's proof that you can rely on yourself, that you can carry your dreams through the rough patches, that you can do the work even when the world doesn't notice. The key is to stop negotiating with your dreams. Stop waiting for life to give you a green light. Stop waiting for someone else to validate your calling. And start showing up, even in the mess, even in the doubt, even when the fear is loud. Because it's in that showing up, imperfect, human, and brave, that transformation happens. It's in that doing, even when you feel unready, that you discover just how much strength, resilience, and capability you've had all along. Waiting for validation, approval, or understanding from others is one of the biggest traps we fall into when chasing our dreams. We tell ourselves, "I'll wait until they understand me," or "I'll start when people stop doubting me," or "I'll move forward when someone else gives me permission." And all the while, our dreams sit quietly on the shelf, collecting dust. But here's the truth: your purpose doesn't need anyone else's permission. Your calling doesn't ask for approval. It doesn't wait for the applause of others to validate its importance. It simply exists, calling for your courage, your presence, and your action. The world doesn't need more people playing small because they're afraid of judgment. It needs people who are willing to be uncomfortable, who are willing to risk being misunderstood, who are willing to step into their purpose even when it scares them. Some people won't get it. Some people will laugh. Some will doubt you. And that's okay. Approval is fleeting. Validation is temporary. But the impact of showing up for your life, imperfect, brave, persistent, is permanent. Every step you take in alignment with your purpose sends ripples that no one else can measure, that no one else can take credit for. Here's the hard part: showing up without approval requires vulnerability. It requires trusting yourself more than you trust the opinions of others. It requires believing that your voice, your action, your effort matters, even if no one else notices. And that belief, that willingness to act without guarantee, is what separates dreamers from doers. It's what separates those who live lives of regret from those who wake up every morning knowing they are actively shaping the life they want. In 2026, choose impact over comfort. Choose purpose over popularity. Choose courage over waiting. The world doesn't need another perfect person. It needs someone willing to start, willing to act, willing to be seen in all their imperfection. Your calling is waiting for you. Your purpose needs you to take action today, not tomorrow. Every time you step forward without asking for approval, you grow stronger. Every time you embrace the discomfort of being seen, you teach yourself that your dreams are valid. And every time you act in alignment with your purpose, you prove to yourself and to the world that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. So here's your moment of truth. This is not just another new year. It's your next becoming. Every excuse you let go of opens the door to the life you've been praying for. No one is holding you back anymore. Not your past. Not your fear. Not your doubt. The question is simple: are you ready to show up for yourself this year?